what's up, everybody? It is, of course, Alicia Yang, and I am actually on a little thrift excursion to this estate sale with Props and Warehouses for the movie sets. So let's see how it is. So this was the crazy line to get into the thing, and that's the door where we go in. Here we go. Let's see what they have. So I am back from, I only spent like an hour and a half in there just because there really wasn't as much stuff, and everything that I did find that was of quality and value was either, was either way too expensive to resell, or it just was stuff that wasn't worth buying. So that's really like, a challenging thing, and a good tip if you want to start reselling things is that it may be a really good price for an item, but can you actually flip it for a profit? So it's really being able to research and kind of know, like, for example, there was this really amazing BCBG skirt that I have a bandage wrap. It's a bandage wrap skirt. I love it. It's really expensive. And then, but they were selling it for $35. So the problem is that when you go and research on Poshmark, eBay, whichever platform that you use, you're going to start to see that like the sell rate is, you're only going to get maybe like $20 for it or $15 for it. So you'd actually be losing money if you purchased it at $35, if that makes any sense. And that kind of happened with like a lot of things that I saw. Like I saw some Patagonia vests, and I saw some like Columbia items, and a lot of like the nicer higher end things that I honestly would rather pick up for my shop, they were at a price that I would pay for them as a buyer, not as a seller. So I would actually lose money if I purchased it and then tried to flip it, if that makes any sense. So that is a tip for you. Just be aware of the prices. I did score a pair of super cute platform Sam Edelman black boots. So those I got for $25, and I probably could sell them for 50 or 40, 45 or 50, but to be honest with you, I think I just might wear them and then sell them, and then I won't feel so bad about it. But I will show you more of that stuff later. And then hopefully I will be back later this weekend to see if I can score those amazing Louis Vuittons that were in my size at a little bit of a discount. So cross your fingers. If it was meant for me, then they'll still be here tomorrow, and I can at least get 25% off. But anyway, those are my little tips for today. I will maybe go home and add on a little bit extra of the video on some things that you can, the things that I got, and a couple of extra tips about things that you can do in order to get the most bang for your buck and your time whenever you go to an estate sale. Okay, I'll see you guys later. Oh, and always remember, success always starts by saying yes to you. Hi everyone! So I am back home, and I just wanted to show you the few things that I got from this estate sale. I normally love these TV production, warehouse, liquidation, wardrobe, prop set, estate sale things because they just, wardrobe ends up buying a whole ton of these like really nice expensive brand clothing, and then you can get it and it's barely been worn, and you get it for like a fraction of the price. So I was really excited to go, but unfortunately, like I said earlier, there just wasn't as much,
there were some really great brands. Alice and Olivia, like brand new with tags, affliction jackets, like leather jackets that were so freaking cool. Christian Louis Vuitton's, Prada stuff, Christian Dior. They had not that, like a couple of Anthropologie pieces. They had like Patagonia and Columbia for you outdoorsy people. There was like a lot of really awesome stuff that I would have purchased. However, because it's the first day of the estate sale, they priced everything as if they were reselling it. So it was like, you know, the affliction jackets, like you saw in the photo that I put, it was like $195, which for the leather jacket is a steal, but for someone who wants to flip it, that's how much I would be asking for it. So I would lose money by purchasing that, if that makes any sense. So I'm tempted to go back, you know, tomorrow. I'm tempted to go back on the last day and just see what happens to be left. But I'm really not sure. It just, I don't know. I'll see how I feel. I think I'm going to have more fun going to the bins, the Goodwill bins, because I just love that kind of like, I just love the fact that I would be able to get clothes by the pound. So I'm just going to show you what I got though, because I do think it's cool. So the first thing that I want to show you, because my favorite thing, is these Sam Edelman leather platform boots. They are so hot. Look, barely worn at all. They are a size 6.5, which is my size. A zipper down the back. These this really nice like extra added leather detail, and it's a platform. They're so comfortable. So I think I'm keeping them for myself. But if you really want them, then obviously comment below or message me. And I will, I'll be happy. I'll be happy to sell them. But you know, of course I didn't pay $1 for them. So I think I'm probably going to wear them and then resell them, unless somebody really, really wants them. But they are so hot, and I have so many things in my outfit. These are very, very me. They're edgy, but still classy. This is the quintessential Alicia signature style. So I'm going to be wearing these probably with my leather jacket all summer. And what I'm most excited for is pairing it with like a white lace dress and then having the black leather jacket on top with these. So hot. So it's like the masculine, feminine vibe intertwining into one. So these were a great score, and I'm really happy that I did at least get that. I have this also, I got this Forever 21, but it's brand new with tags, muscle tee. Again, very Alicia, but it's got this really cool Aztec pattern in like a shimmery silver on the front, which I really like. And then the sides, it's great. It's like the huge, see, you can see my face. You can see my face, people. But it ties down at the bottom. So it's basically like it's a nice cutout shirt. So this is great for working out, beach wear, yoga, CrossFit, that kind of thing. But I think it's really cute, and it's like this nice faded finish. It's a unique finish. Let's see, what does it say? Our pieces feature hand finishing, unique washes, vintage destroyed and repaired, and special detailing that makes each garment one of a kind. They will only get better with age. Please be careful, as our special finishes may transfer onto other garments or upholstery. So just, you know, I personally really like it. Again, this is for sale, although I do want to wear it. So if you're interested, comment below. Oh, and it is a size small. The next thing that I got, I can't believe this, but it's a Fleetwood Mac 1978 Summer Tour t-shirt. It is actually vintage, and I'll tell you how I know. So here's what was interesting. They had like 5 of these. It is just so soft. This is a size small. And it's like purposefully distressed, just FYI. So there's a couple of holes and like, you know, rips and stuff like that, but that's kind of how the shirt was made. I'm so excited, and I'm glad that it's vintage. which is why I took a chance on it. But number one of the things that you can always know whether it's a vintage t-shirt or not, and vintage t-shirts do sell really well, is that the sleeve is single stitched. If you can see that, it's single stitch right here. Most, like, now everything else that gets sold always has a double stitch. So like, for example, you can see that has like two lines. Whereas this one only has one. So it doesn't, so that's how you can know if a t-shirt is vintage or not, if it says the single stitch. And also, you can know if it's vintage because when I then looked at the tag, it says it was made in the US of A down here. So I can't believe I scored this. It was really interesting because they clearly was using it for, they need to have multiple shirts for one of the shows to make sure they had enough. So they made copies of these on like Bella's and Gillidan's. Anyway, that popular t-shirt brand where you can just iron on things. So those had the double stitch and the new Bella tag or the new the Canva tag or whatever. But this one did not. It was the only one that was a single stitch. So I picked it up. I think I'm going to be able to flip it for a decent amount. If you are interested in this, definitely let me know, and then we can get it to you safe and sound. But this is for sale. So I'm probably going to list this soon, but I'm really excited. And it's like a really big size. And it's got this really cool dart feature here on the side. So it's actually a little bit wider and longer than most small t-shirts. So I'm excited about that one. So that was a really good purchase. And I was very excited about that. And then the last thing I got, see, I only had 4 things. So I really am conserving my money. Because I am very smart with money and I'm very intentional with my money, which is part of my money stories. And hashtag, if you want to increase the amount of money you make spiritually by doing the mental work and like changing your money story, then also message me and watch some of my other wealth videos, because that's honestly something that you can do in order to change the amount of money that you bring in. But the last piece that I got was a Rockin' Republic men's zip up sweater jacket thing. I think it's so hot. It's black. It's like charcoal gray with like black details. So it's got like the patchwork on the shoulders, and then the 2 pockets in the front on the chest with the zipper on the side, and then 2 side pockets down at the bottom. And then it's 2 tones, so like the cuffs are black, right? And then the bottom cuff is black. 0 flaws, new without tags, and it is a size small, but it is a Rockin' Republic. So if you are interested in this and wanting to have that cool, edgy, urban style, then let me know, and this could be yours. I am kind of in love with it, and I know one of my best guy friend, I know that he would love it, but alas, he wears a large and not a small. So otherwise I would have just gotten it for him. I love shopping for my friends from these kind of things. But anyway, brand new with tags, or without tags, but that's that. So that's kind of all that I got. But here's the thing, is that it still was pretty fruitful for me, because if I'm able to flip those 3 items, I will have made the money for my shoes, because unless somebody okay, look, if somebody wants to give me like $100 for these, then I will sell them to you, but otherwise I'm keeping them because they're so pretty. So but yeah, I think it was a really good thing. Here are the things to note about going to estate sales. So the estate sales are like really fascinating when you do, like, especially with TV and production ones. You can go to estatesale.com and kind of like check out and see which ones are in your area. So like mostly if you're in New York, Los Angeles, Atlanta now, maybe even in Chicago, because they shoot a lot of the Chicago PD, like Chicago MD, like all of those shows there. One of the things to note is that the best time to go is like the first day, and be there right when it starts at 10 a.m. Just so you can kind of get like the best pick of things that you know are gonna go by the end. But then you can always go on either the second day or the last day of the sale, because every day they start marking it down. So tomorrow it's going to be 25%, then it's going to be 35%, then it's going to be 50+% off of everything. And obviously each estate sale is different, so you'll want to ask one of the employees when you get there. I happen to be friends with one of the guys who works at this specific estate sale company. So he kind of gave me the heads up a bit with what to expect going in, which was nice. So I just knew that there were like, it wasn't like the last one where I had all that, like all of the Zara stuff, like from, because it was from the TV show of Star. So there was lots of like glitz and glamour and like, like Jeffrey Campbell shoes and like all of that really, really fun stuff that I got. So this was a bit different. But I still was able to get some really cool stuff. There were like these really cute, actually there was these really cute cowboy boots, and they had Fry boots, Fry cowboy boots there too. They just weren't in really good condition, and they were still asking like $40 for it. I was like, I don't know how I can resell it for that much. So when you go, it's great to go on the first day just to see if there's any like coveted items that you really, really can't live without, and like get them, because they're just such an affordable price point. And then if you go like either the second day or especially the last day, then you can start bundling everything together, because the estate, the company really just wants to get rid of as much of it as possible. So then you can kind of negotiate a little bit and get deals on bundles. So it's like, okay, so like for this whole bin of stuff, how much like do you want? And they'll probably be like, okay, we'll take this whole bin for like $10. And you're like, okay, fine, right? So that's kind of how like I went out last time, getting like a whole bunch of like bras and stuff like that, new with tags and stuff for only like $10. And I ended up, I've been flipping it for over 300, 400 now. So it was a really good deal for me. And I have like some good stuff for fall. So definitely try to go on the last day to get kind of that deal. And then again, like even, skirts, you normally, if they're $10, they'll be $5, or, so it'll be more like Goodwill prices. And especially if it's a name brand, you can flip that for a lot more money and profit, because again, we're all about increasing our profits and being able to receive the money that we are worthy and deserving of, because we were born to live a life of abundance. And so, just knowing that money, it's really interesting, because with reselling, at first I used to feel guilty about it, but I just want to remind you that it's like, it takes your gas, right, in your car, and like your time to go and source these things. So just be mindful about like being able to pay yourself for all of the energy that you exert. I personally have a really fun time doing it, and especially because I've got friends who go with me, and then it's like really fun together, and like it becomes this just like fun activity instead of like going to the movies. We'll go thrifting or yard sailing or estate sailing, and it's like really fun to do. And then you get to find all these really fun treasures and then be able to flip them for a really nice profit, and it's really rewarding, right? One of the things also to remember too, if you're doing this, is like, now, okay, there's obviously a ton of YouTubers out there who say one thing or another thing. Everyone does it their own way. I am personally of the camp of people who like to buy things that I would personally buy myself. So while I do look for specific brands that do normally consistently sell well for a decent profit on, Poshmark and eBay and Mercari, I'm also very mindful about, even out of all those things, what looks good to me. I have always just had an eye for fashion and what's fashionable and what's stylish, and I know my demographic and my audience. So for me personally, because am creating, or have created this like Yes to the Ying brand, this like my Alicia Ying brand, this like Yes to the Ying empire, where I have like, my coaching and like my psychic readings, and like being able to help you signature your style so that you can discover the magic and beauty of who you truly are, whether again it's from one of my courses or whether it's from one of my clothing items to make you feel the way you should be feeling, which is good, amazing, magical, powerful AF, then I tend to find clothes that I personally feel really good about selling because I would buy them, right? So yeah, maybe I wouldn't buy a Fleetwood Mac shirt, but I love Fleetwood Mac. This shirt is in excellent, like new, basically new condition, and which I'm surprised about. And it's really nice, right? Like I think it's really stylish. So I would definitely sell that, you know, and I feel good about that versus just doing it just for the money. I feel like it's so much more fulfilling when I can find items that I can envision a customer coming, seeing the video, finding it on Poshmark or eBay and being like, oh my God, that is like my dream item. I'm so excited for it. They pay me the money and then they get the item and it's shipped really lovingly. And then they're like, oh my gosh, like this is like totally made my year. I'm so happy. I love the item. It makes me feel so beautiful, so glorious. I feel so much like a goddess. Thank you so much. And like brightening their mood and elevating their life in that way. That is my intention that I put into every single sale. And because I do that, I then attract those kinds of customers, and then I deal less with like the shitty ones who are trying to lowball me or, you know, are gonna nitpick about everything and like whatever. I mean, there's always one or two bad apples in every bunch, but like for the most part, because I'm all about setting my intention from like a spiritual vibrational place of this is how I want to be able to serve people and this is what I can offer and this is what's going to help improve their lives, then that's what happens, right? And then it's a much more joyful process for me. And then I have more fun. And again, like, as you know, via like law of attraction, like you get what you focus your attention on. So if you want to have your own business or if you want to have a life that's filled with ease and flow and fun and love and joy and just like everything is so easy, then it has to be that way when you're like selling your product. So even if it's a shirt, it has to be fun and easy, right? Like it was easy and fun for me to go and like sift through wax. I had a great time. So that was good. And then knowing that a customer like, you know, loves my thank you note and feels inspired by it and like loves the shirt, like then that's worth it, right? Like I made a difference by like making someone's day. So that's the way that I personally run my business. And I have to say that because of that, I have like more loyal returning customers and clients who genuinely believe in what I'm selling and my services and enjoy my energy and want to be around that energy more, which makes them want to come back for more, right? It's like really calling in my soul tribe. So if you're interested in also creating your own side hustle, whether it is reselling or whether it's something else, because I've created many of my own businesses up to this point, and I have 3 businesses right now, then definitely hit me up on the email if you're interested. I'm looking for a couple of special secret superheroes who are ready to make a change and to really liberate themselves financially by creating their own side hustle for extra money. And one of the things that I love to do is to use your own zone of genius. So if you haven't found that blog article of mine, it is my most popular one. You can download the free worksheet. But it's taking your zone of genius and turning it into a lucrative side hustle so that you can start making money doing something that you actually love to do and that it can be fun, right? It can be easy and fun and you can start making consistent money doing what you love. And then of course after that you can decide whether you want it to scale it to like, you know, full-time job. So if that's something that you're interested in, then definitely let me know. I will, you can just email me, or like message me or comment below in the comments. But I really hope that you liked my video and I hope you had fun watching like the shenanigans of what an estate sale is like. And I hope that the tips are really helpful. Please click on the thumbs up if you liked this video. Definitely subscribe if you would like to see more videos like this from me. And of course, always remember that You are beautiful, you are glorious, and you are a goddess, and you are so worthy and deserving of all of the love and money and success that you desire and more. Because abundance is truly your birthright, and joy is your natural state of being. And of course, always success starts by saying yes to you. You are so worthy of everything you desire and more. I love you so much. Thank you so much for watching. Again, subscribe if you're interested. Hit the like button. Comment below with what was helpful for you. And I will see you all in the next video. Mwah.